the meaning to life according to the Bible. All right. So I'm going to start with Revelation 4:11. Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and thy pleasure they are and were created. So God created us for his pleasure. He created us as just for his entertainment. He needed something to do. He was, you know how we create games because we're bored. You younger, you playing tag, or you know what I'm saying. You create because you're bored. You need something to do. So for your pleasure, you play a game. We were created in God's image. That's why we have so many games. We have football, basketball. We have so many games that were created by humans because we were created in God's image, and this is the game of life. So we were created for God's pleasure and God's purpose, and for entertainment. If you go to Luke 5:10, right? If you go to Luke 5:10, it says, "Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repenteth." So just like how you're watching football or basketball, whatever sport you like to watch, and somebody makes a play or scores, you jump up, you rejoice. The Bible says it's the same thing. There's rejoice, and there's let me see what it says again. It says there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repenteth. So over a sinner that repents, there's joy. The angels are jumping up, rooting for us. There are people in heaven rooting for you if you for a sinner that repents, or if you're winning souls and you're getting people to Christ. They're rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that goes to, this is the game. This is a race. This is a game. This is a race. And so in 1 Corinthians 9:24, it says, flipping through 9:24. Know ye not that which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. So this is a race. This is a race, and the whole goal is to receive the prize. What's the prize? The prize is being able to live in heaven with the Creator, where there's peace, love, joy. Everyone's happy. There's light. There's the warmth. There's happiness. There's food. There's you get to live with family. It's such a peaceful place. So just like any game, the game of life has these things. It has a playing field, which is earth. So this is the field. Earth is the field. The players are mankind. It has rules. The rules are God's commandments. All of his commandments. Not just the 10 commandments, all his commandments. All of his commandments. The coaches, God, Satan. The clock, Jesus returning, or if you pass on before Jesus returns, that's whatever your life clock is, wherever when your life ends. And that's why it's so important to prepare for your eternity, to prepare to, and the thing is, the goal is to live for Christ. The goal is to win souls for him, to show love, to obey his commandments, to touch people's lives. That's how you play the game. That's what the goal is, to win other people for Christ. And so if you lose the game of life, you get eternal separation from the Creator. No love, it's all hate. You live in hell for eternity. No rest. There's gnashing of teeth, torture, pain, crying, sorrow. Everything opposite of heaven. God is so merciful that he gives you the choice on whose side you want to play on. You could play on God's side or you could play on Satan's side. He gives you that choice. Now, if you want to play on Satan's side, it might seem fun. It might seem interesting for a little bit. But in the end, he doesn't win. If you play on God's side, yes, in the end, you win. You get all these prizes. But you have to live up to the standards and the stuff that God says that you have to live up to in order to play on his side. You have to obey the commandments. You have to be baptized in the water. You have to be baptized in the Spirit. You have to win souls for him. You have to live a holy life. Without holiness, no man can see the Lord. That's why it's so important. It's so important. And so that's that's the play on God's side. So you get the choice on whose side you want to play on. But just know, we serve a God that's so holy and so perfect that he has some rules and he don't have to answer to nobody. I'm tired of people saying, oh, I don't believe a loving God would do this, a loving God. He don't have to answer to nobody. He created you. You didn't create him in his image, in your image. He created you in his image. He created you. So he has rules and he has guidelines that he goes by, and or if you choose to live with him, to live for him, and you want to live with him, you have to follow these rules. You have to follow something he puts. He says sin is like a stench in his nostrils, and so you think he wants to live with something stinky in his house? No, you know what I'm saying. You can't just live any type of way you want and think you can be accepted in the presence of God when you die. You know what I'm saying? So it's time out for playing. The Bible talks about the lukewarm Christian, where he says, I'd rather you be hot or cold, but since you're lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. I will regurgitate you. I don't want God to do that to me. All right. So yes, that's the whole goal, and that's the meaning, the true meaning of life.